Hi James, you have been working with us from the beginning of the project and you were thinking critically about all the things we have done, and now at the end of the project we would like to know from a southern perspective what is crucial for an institute in the south to participate in learning mobility to gain mutual benefits.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. It has been a pleasure to participate in the project as a southern partner. And mobility in itself is very important in higher education, and from a southern perspective there are so many opportunities for southern partners to gain from mobility. It opens opportunities for students to study in other parts, and also for southern institutions to receive students from other parts, which is very stimulating for the academic environment. Both ways it gives more opportunities for learning together and acquiring different competencies, which for the southern institutions is much better. And many students from southern universities do not travel abroad compared to the north, and so this is a major contribution to internationalization at home within the southern institutions, and so it creates more possibilities for the students for the southern institutions.
Okay, thank you. Today we have been talking about these criteria and the tools we made. Mutual benefit was like a keyword in all the working groups, but also some concerns were raised that there are also risks and pitfalls. According to you, what are the pitfalls of this type of mobility towards the south?
Yeah, most things we do in life have benefits and risks, and that's the same with mobility. And from a southern perspective, mobility has been seen mainly to have a risk of brain drain, especially when it is south to north mobility. Usually the students who are mobile to a large extent are the brightest ones. And in our case, for African countries, we lose our best brains, especially to the more developed countries where capacity is already available, and the little that we have gets lost into the already developed parts of the world. And secondly is the dominance of the West in terms of knowledge. The West compared to Africa has already dominant knowledge basis, and when mobility takes place, the people move with these dominant knowledge backgrounds with them, and makes the assumption that nothing much of knowledge exists in the southern countries where they go to, and the perception is also deeply embedded in the southern partners that the perception that the north has more knowledge than the southern partners is also deeply embedded, making the southern institutions to lose their grip to what is important to them. So there will be a lot of curriculum influences, at times changing what is important to the southern partners through these mobility efforts to put at elevation knowledges from elsewhere.
And today, did you find some tools or some ways to improve that, to prevent these kind of pitfalls?
I think this is one very crucial development in terms of managing or dealing with mobility, because now we have tools that partners from both the north and the south can work with, and if at all they are used the way they are and in a very transparent way, then they can actually assist a lot in making mobility benefit both partners. And most important is the reasons why you have to move, and also preparations in the different parts, both the north and the south, and just the mere fact that both sides are aware of what is going on. Each side is aware of what is going on, and I think if at all the tools are maximally used, then the outcomes could be better than now when mobility is undertaken without any accompanying guiding tools.
Okay, now I have a final question, because we have been working now together 2 years. We should also look at the future. How do you see the future concerning learning mobility for your institute?
For our institution, and this could be for a number of other institutions in Africa, I think mobility will continue to grow, and there are many indicators to this. Africa has right now a very large young population, and the different countries are under pressure to provide opportunities for these young people, and opportunities are not available in all countries. So we are starting to see mobility within Africa itself, which was not there before, and also increasing mobility to other parts of the world. Actually, there are some countries in Africa, like Mauritius, for example, which has more students outside their country than they have within the home institution. And that's a good thing, but it can be more better if at all mobility is dealt with deliberately and within tools like the ones we dealt with within the LEMONOC project. Then it becomes much better because it is planned for and deliberate efforts are made to make it work.
Okay. Well, thank you. I hope that in the future we may work together on the LEMONOC project too.
I look forward to the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
a lot.